Hi guys, it's Tracy from my grandma's Teacups, and I'm just here today to do a quick unboxing. I received a great big box of dies from a place that's called Brilliant Home Store, and they're just starting out, and their designer's name is Nicole, and she's just made some really beautiful designs that I think you're really going to like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the dies in this video, and then I'll explain to you what I'm going to do for the project, and then I will break down the next video series for each die, and then when we have all the parts cut up, then we will put it all together for the project. Okay, so let's get started. The first set is called the Planner Royal Borders and Frames dies. So it has the holes already in it so that it can go right straight into your planner. But if you don't have this kind of planner, because I know I don't use rings very much anymore, I'm really enjoying using my traveler's notebooks and also the disc system. But you could very easily just punch right over top of these. Like if you had an arc planner punch, you could just go ahead and punch that out, but it creates this really lovely outline, very intricate planner page that you can use, and then you can put whatever you wanted on it. And this one right here is a separate little die too, and it is to do stitching along the edges, which I can never get too many dies to have stitching. And then you get the large rectangle and the square, and then you get a belly band and these two strips so that you can put them on your paper and cut them at the same time. You don't have to fiddle with doing one side and then the other. So I think this is a pretty versatile die set. I can see me using it quite often. Like I said though, I won't be using the 6 holes, but I'm just going to cut right over top, and I think that'll be fine. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so the next set that I have is called Die Cutting Plate Hinges. And this is what they look like. So you have these adorable little hinges that you can use, or these giant ones that I think would look really cute on the cover. So again, little holes, so you could use that to put brads in, or if you wanted to, you could stitch in there. But really nice. One of the things that I want to point out about these dies, because I've received a lot of dies over the course of the years that I've been doing this, these ones are not, they don't feel cheap, they don't feel thin. Like, I mean, they're substantial. Like, that's thick. I'll turn it this way so you can see how thick that is. So I was really impressed by the quality of the dies. Like I said, a lot of dies that I've received in the past are really thin. Nothing against this die company, but I received this one from a different company, and you can just tell. See how flimsy it is? It's just so thin. It doesn't look like it's going to hold up to anything. So compare. Yeah. The next set is a flower set, and it's quite simple. The flowers themselves, I mean, we all have lots of punches and things that do these kind of flowers, but the really nice thing is the texture that's on them, and that the leaves are a little bit shaped. You get a lot of size, like 4 different sizes, and then the cute little center that you can use. So if you were doing a scrapbook layout and you were doing multiple flowers, I mean, how cute would that be to have all the different sizes and then the little yellow centers, and then same thing with the leaves, right? They give you 4 leaves, 2 small and 2 large, and they're really pretty. You can see the detail that's etched into that. So that's definitely going to be something that we use with our project. Now this is another one that Nicole did, and I haven't actually seen one like this before. I think it's kind of a cute idea. And it's called the Cellphone Die set. So as you can see, it's 2 screens of a phone. And you've got hi, hello, and then what's up, question mark, numbers. You've got all of your signs in case you need those to say something to somebody. You've got the speech bubbles as though that's the text that you're sending. This one has the little slot where it would be like your camera, stuff like that. I guess this is an iPhone. I don't have an iPhone. I'm an Android girl. So I'm actually not going to use this as a cell phone template. I'm going to use it as a tag template for the project that we're doing. But I will probably use the numbers and some of the other pieces. But definitely it's a cute idea if you wanted to make these up for a birthday card or to put on somebody's scrapbook page, that if they talk on the phone a lot. I know my husband would be guilty of that. So again, there's lots of versatility in this. I can think of lots of different projects now. I was saying I'm not going to use it as a cell phone one, but I probably will, just not for the project. Okay. The next one is a set of belly bands, and that's what it's called, belly bands. So you have 2 belly bands, and then you have 4 of the little buckles that you would put on them, and they all have that really cute stitching. So I think it would look really cute if you like used this one and layered it with this one over here. It would be very dimensional. So we'll definitely be using those. This is called the 6x6 nesting dies. I mean, we've all seen these kind of dies before, but there are a lot of them in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 layers that you get with this set. Like, that's incredible. And then I really like these ones. This is called the Buttons and Heart Die Cutting. It's called Buttons and Heart Die Cutting Plate. Why would it be called that? I don't know. But I didn't design them and I didn't name them, so it's kind of an odd name though. So I have 8 on my card, but I have a feeling that there was one right here that fell off, and not in the mail, in the process of me doing the unwrapping process. So, but anyway, you get several of the little buttons with different textures, which would be perfect to cut those out and then maybe use some embossing powder on them. And then there's also a heart-shaped one, which I really like that one as well. The final 2 sets that I have, they kind of go together, I think. And so they're just strictly rectangular nesting dies, and they're just called plain rectangle nesting dies A5, and this one is just the sewn edge ones. So you'll notice that you don't get quite as big as the plain one, but they would layer nicely together to a certain point. I mean, once you get to the very middle, it's probably not going to be working as well, but they're really cute dies. So those are all the dies that Candy had sent me, and I appreciate her sending them for me to check out. And the project that we're going to start is a mini album, and I'm not sure what I'm going to use for the base yet, and I know that sounds funny that I'm already starting the video and I haven't decided yet. I have some Graphic 45 mixed media albums that I'm thinking I might like to try, but if they're too big, then I have a couple of other, I have a Maya Road chipboard album to start with, and trying to think what other ones. I probably have some Fab Scraps ones as well. So I'm going to give that one some thought. And then what we're going to do is we're going to divide the videos up into, I don't think we'll do a separate video for everyone because I think a lot of them will be redundant. But I mean, we'll break it down into doing flower shaping with the flower die and working on belly bands, doing the tags, doing the pages, just getting everything set up for the book. And then we'll do a final walkthrough when we're done. And if you want to follow along with me, that's great. I'll list all of the dies down in the description box. And again, it is going to be an ongoing process. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, if you could do that, that would be great because that really helps my channel grow. And also, if you hit the little bell there, it's right down there, then you'll be notified every time I put up one of the new videos. Okay? So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. God bless you. Bye-bye.